Oh my gosh, they are so cute. Look how adorable this little guy is.
Super amped up. Oh my god.
Hey, good morning everybody and welcome to the vlog. You may remember that yesterday I had a shipment of animals that got delayed. It was supposed to be here yesterday morning. I was definitely stressed out. Well, guess what just showed up? I'm excited to see what's inside and I'm sure they're gonna be completely fine, but let's go ahead and open these up. And I went ahead and got Lori so she can not only see the animals, but also you do all the shipping here. Like I had mentioned, this shipment actually got stuck in LA for some reason, some kind of equipment issue. But fortunately, my friend Jeff from El Segundo Pythons is the one that's sending. He's an experienced reptile keeper, so he knows. I mean, it doesn't happen often that a package gets delayed, but when it does, what's important about it?
Well, it's important that it's packed right, that it's A, warm enough, B, not too warm. Like, it's a very delicate balance, so it does take a lot of knowledge and experience to know how to package it so it's good either way.
Yeah, and I had mentioned yesterday that we use like cryo packs that actually adjust for temperatures. If it's hot, it gets cool. If it's cool, it gets hot, you know, stuff like that. So anyways, let's go ahead, open these up, make sure that they're okay. Number one, I'm super excited about this. Do you even know what these are?
Yes.
Okay, I did tell you. Okay, good. I'm going to open them up. Like I said, ideally you don't want animals to take 2 days to get here, but in this case, I really don't think there's going to be an issue. Weather seemed to be pretty good, all that type of stuff. So let's go ahead, just open these guys up. Then we'll get them over to the Reptarium and get them in cages as well. Here we go. Oh, here's the little babies. Oh my gosh, they are so small.
They are. I had no idea that these things were so small.
They're so, oh my gosh, they are so cute. Oh,
whoa.
And they're packed perfectly good. Jeff over at El Segundo did a great job of packing. The animals look fine, the box looks fine, and that's what we got, guys. Little baby Acanthurus or ACKIE monitors. Look how adorable this little guy is. Aren't these things incredible, Lori? They're a month old. He waited for a month before he sells them to make sure they're in good shape. So these guys are about 5 weeks right now. Isn't that incredible?
I had no idea they started out so small.
Again, ACKIEs are a dwarf monitor from Australia. They come from like Western Australia, Northern Territory, and even into Queensland area. But instead of being a big water monitor like Elvis or Toothless, these guys stay small. They only get about 2 foot full length with tail and everything, so we can keep them in a smaller cage. For now, they're going to go great in Toothless's cage because it's important to have a really big hot spot for these guys. You want it to be 120, 125 degrees, with the cool side maybe about 80, 85 degrees. So as you can see, these guys are unbelievably adorable and super tiny. I mean, look at this. This is going to be so cool. Again, in that display, they're going to have a lot of room. You definitely want to have nice thick substrate too so they can burrow, because these guys are a burrowing type of animal. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'll tell you what, I've wanted these for so long and I'm so excited that we finally have them. We actually have 3. So here's the one, there's the other one, and then I'm going to put this one back. These are red Acanthurus. They can also come in yellows, but these are the red ones, which are really quite beautiful. This one's starting to shed right now and it seems to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, I mean, take a look at how gorgeous. Like I said, this one looks to be a little bit bigger and a really beautiful red color. And these guys will eat stuff like crickets, maybe little tiny roaches at this size. When they get bigger, they can actually eat rodents. And again, just like our other monitors, lots of variety. Quail eggs, all kinds of stuff like that. There it is, baby ACKIEs. What do you think?
They're so cute.
And super intelligent too. I mean, think about it. Again, a huge monitor in a little monitor's body. Super smart, super intelligent. Oh my gosh. I am so excited to have these and see these guys grow up. So I'm glad that they obviously came in alive and healthy. Let's go ahead and get them over at the Reptarium, get them set up, and let these guys settle in. Just before I'm heading over, I want to show Eric and Mary these little guys.
Yeah, this is so cool. I'm kind of scared. These guys have to be, that's insane that that's a monitor. They're so small. Monitor. I mean, it's literally like a little lizard. Like anole. Baby, yeah, they're so cute. I mean, this is literally like a little anole or something you'd catch. Man, they're quick, huh?
I know, isn't that crazy?
Oh my god, they're so cool. They're so cool.
And you can see they just have that same like look. They look at you just like a monitor does, with that super intelligence.
Micro. They look like little hatchlings or something, huh? They're pretty young.
About 5 weeks old now.
Wow, yeah. Oh my gosh.
All right, I'm getting over to the Reptile and setting these guys up. Quick rundown on the cage before I put these guys in. This is Toothless's old cage, but we disinfected the entire cage. Basically what we have here is about 120 to 125 25 hotspots right there. We also have about 3.5 inches of bedding in here. We're actually ordering some of the ABG that we can put down, but for right now, the coconut husk will be fine. They like to burrow and stuff like that. You want to keep the humidity up, but you don't want to keep it too wet, if you know what I mean. They have lots of options for climbing all over the place. We made sure everything is sealed really well so they can't get underneath. I've got Universal Rock sending me a nice big water basin that's going to go here. That'll be here in the next week or something like that. We have UV light as well, so they can get lots of UV light. We'll also dust them with calcium and D3 vitamin powder and stuff like that. So I think this is going to be absolutely incredible. So let's go ahead and just release them and see what they do. You guys know that this is my favorite thing out of everything I do here at the zoo, is releasing animals into cages. There you go, buddy. Look, right up on top. Look at him climb. Look at him over there. He's just cruising along. Oh my God, that is absolutely incredible. And you can see what adapt climbers is. That's why it's so important to seal everything so that they can't get behind anything. They also are really good at digging, so everything has to be sealed or you'll lose these little guys for sure. Here you go, little buddy. Go ahead, little buddy. There you go. Oh, they've got so many spots they're gonna be so happy with. But see how this one can get way up here right by the hot spot, but it can also climb here. Once these guys get used to all their cages, it's gonna be absolutely amazing. Then the last one, whoop. There you go. Whoop. There it is. Immediately, they just like want to go climbing. Oh my gosh. The only problem with this cage is the fact that you're gonna kind of lose them in here. So for the first probably couple months, look at them both up there. We're probably not gonna see them until they start to get a little bit bigger, but they do become very brazen. And what I mean by that is that I think we're gonna see them out on the rocks like this a lot, hanging up here a bunch. They're not one of those real shy lizards, which is really good. Again, they will burrow, but they also come out a lot. They're very active animals, so if you give them everything they need by the hot spot, cool spot, lots of places to burrow. Again, we'll get a big water dish that they can soak in. They'll literally a lot of times just be out moving around. They're known as a very active lizard, so I think it's going to be great. I am super excited to see them in their cages. Look at how cute they look. Oh my gosh. All right, guys, so there you have it. Little dwarf monitors at the Reptarium. A little nervous right now, I'm not going to lie to you. Nova is a male frilled dragon. Eric and Mary have a female frilled dragon, and we're going to try to introduce them, you know, see how they do. You know, hopefully they'll like each other. Maybe they'll have eggs down the road, see how that goes. But these guys are definitely supposed to be able to be held together. So.
Yes, usually.
So we're gonna go ahead and try. My only real concern is that Nova's just such a special animal. I don't want him to change the way he is. So we're gonna give it a go and see what happens. Nova is definitely very attentive right now, wanting to know what's going on.
You just kind of want to they can see each other maybe.
We'll see if he, like, how he reacts to being in the same area.
Oh, is that a pretty little female? Now, it's really cool to see the courtship. I was watching a few videos, how they'll bob their heads, how they'll kind of frill up. They can't even actually bite the female, too, to show them, hey, I'm interested in you. Yeah. So, it's kind of...
so far, so good. I mean...
Look at it. He's checking her out.
Oh, checking her out.
Nova's a handsome boy.
He is pretty handsome.
Oh. They're looking at each other.
Now he's looking back at me. He's giving me that eye like, what did you just do? What did you just do? Look at him look at me like that. Nova, I didn't do anything. I just brought you a roommate.
No one likes to be lonely, right?
No one likes to be lonely. We're going to keep an eye on them for a little bit, but my biggest concern isn't the fact that they're going to hurt each other, because I think they'll be fine, and we'll definitely separate them out if they start to argue at all. But I'm more concerned about the fact that, look at Nova. I mean, he's just so awesome. You can just pet him, do whatever you want with him. I don't want him to change that personality. I don't think it's going to change, but that's the only kind of reservation I had about this. In the meantime, I think they seem to kind of be okay together, don't they?
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't seem to really care either way. So we'll just keep an eye on it for a while?
Sweet, yeah. Sounds good.
All right, well, we'll update you guys if anything changes, but as for now, they just seem to be checking each other out. Oh my God, Nova's breeding right now. Nova's...
Oh, he got her.
Oh my God.
He's breeding. He's getting her. Joe, this is awesome.
This is cool.
Oh my God.
God, look.
She's mad.
Pissed. Look at him. He's excited.
He's like, I'm cool.
He's like, let's go. Let's go. We're gonna have some little babies. Oh, he's super amped up. Oh, God. She's gonna fly. No, she's fighting.
Sorry, there's no consent reptile.
No.
Like, what the heck have you done?
No, look at Nova Bonin. This is crazy. Look at him, he's bobbing.
You see he's lifting his arm?
Yeah. He's like, I'm nice. Look at her.
Oh my God. That was awesome.
That's crazy. He definitely mounted her. He said, I didn't expect that to happen. I mean, that just blew me away that just happened. So I don't know. I'm going to just keep an eye on him and see what happens. So I'm always excited. My buddy Forrest is in town. You guys know I'll put all the links to his Instagram and everything. Go show him some love. By the way, if you need rodents, this is where I get all my frozen rodents from. Full-Blooded Cafe. Definitely check those guys out. Forrest and I were talking about the whole thing with snake racks and so on like that. And Forrest is probably going to be involved in our town hall that we're going to doing. I think Emily from Snake Discovery is on. We're going to talk to a handful of other people. But me and Forrest were just kind of reminiscing a little bit about what the changes that we're going to need to do. And I think that this could be pretty interesting. I mean, your ideas are really interesting to me, and I'm going to try the best I can be to be the trendsetter in doing the things that you're talking about. So just give me the overview of what you're thinking.
Yeah, I mean, when I seen the video and seen that you guys were thinking about kind of having an open forum about, you know, snake husbandry, what we're doing, and the big thing that I was talking with you about, you know, just a few minutes ago is my whole perspective on it is, why are we doing what we're doing? You know, if you're going to keep those snakes in those racks, if you're going to breed snakes, why do you want to breed snakes? Because ever since I've gotten to know you, I have so many people reaching out to me, and I'm starting to feel like a intense responsibility with all these people coming to me, and they want to become reptile breeders. Why do we all want to be reptile breeders? Why do you want to have racks full of snakes in your building? Why is your goal with your love for animals? Do you want to express that? Is your ultimate level of expression and passion, is that related to you wanting to set up a table at the local flea market reptile shows? Or do you want to be part of the future? Because I think for us to all be able to do this in the future, and for us to be able to transcend the huge gap there is between us and the animal rights people, and at the end of the day, the thing that is really important to me is that both sides of the fence, we both really love animals. There's this huge controversy and divide between us in how we're doing it. And I think if we don't look inside ourselves at the reasons why we're doing it and how we're doing it, I think we're gonna lose this right forever. So I think we need to have an open forum. We need to be willing to address the hard issues that there are, and a lot of those issues are quarantine, they're veterinary practices, they're us all coming together. Right now we have this outrage culture where it's all about ripping people apart and picking, you know, that's almost, some people, that's the most fun part of the hobby or the lifestyle for them, is going and ripping somebody apart for doing things wrong. But what we really need to do is we need to be part of the future, and we need to figure out these issues. And so having an open forum on, hey, how can we do our caging better? How can we do our quarantine better? How can we as a community come together? And for me, coming up in this industry and making a career and all these things, when I start to look at, I can't get excited about wanting to produce tons and tons of animals just to sell. I think the future is in keeping them in the best enclosures you can and enjoying that. And then if you are going to breed them, having a reason for breeding them, making a healthier, stronger animal, breeding something that's never been bred before, but observing them, learning about them, reading about them, going and seeing other collections, seeing them in the wild, ecotourism. There's so many different ways in this animal world that you can enjoy it and you can find fulfillment. I want to be able to show people those different ways of doing it, and I want to be part of spreading a message that is positive, that does, you know, give us a chance at doing this forever and having a more positive message to the general public.
And I tell you what, I mean, I couldn't say it better. That's why I wanted to do this with Forrest, because it is so perfectly said. And I'm going to right now make a commitment to you guys. I mean, Forrest is inspiring me. I've heard a lot of your guys' talk. I want to be part of that future change. I really do. You know, I've been breeding snakes very similarly for a couple decades more. Maybe it is time for a change. And I am going to right now tell you that I want to be on the forefront of that change. So bear with me. Town Hall, we're going to try to have people that are like me, commercial breeders. We're going to have, again, like I said, Emily from Snake Discovery. I'd like to have maybe a pet tuber or two involved, and we can have a really adult conversation, not trying to put each other down, but trying to come together at what's best for the hobby, for the animals, and the future. And I think what Forrest said really is dead on. I mean, it's time to kind of take a look at everything we do and try to make sure that we're doing right for the animals as well, everything. But we have to do that in a responsible way that not only is good for the animals, but also good for the overall reptile hobby. So it's not an easy solution, but I think that the summit that's going to be coming up, if it happens the end of May, is going to be a huge step in the right direction. And like I said, I'm committed to you guys to try to be the best I possibly can, to lead the way. Even if financially I take a hit, I'm willing to do that if we all agree that it's the best for the animal.
And with that being said, I'm gonna wish you guys a happy morning, evening, or whenever you're watching. And I promise I'll see you tomorrow.